Good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome. Oh my God, we've got a lot going on this evening. Really, this weekend has been kind of odd. I'm going to say right now, the battle for Florida is on and popping, folks. And quite frankly, I missed a good portion of it last night because, as you know, I was cooking with Kiki. I was watching that, and cooking with Kiki did not disappoint, not even one bit. I mean, quite frankly, uh, if I had to, that was actually the funnest one I've done so far. I mean, those two pigs are disgusting. Her and Gino, my God, it's not good. It is not good. Anyway, this evening I want to kind of go over some of the things that are going on with Mersh and Granny. And I like both these guys. But the battle for Florida, the battle for the King of Florida is on. And who am I to be the one to say that's enough, guys? I'm not the one to say that, you know? So, with everything that's going on, I would say at this point, Mersh has the upper hand, but that's only because Granny's in a shed, you know? But as far as everything else goes, I just don't think either one of these guys are necessarily living the dream. But they're both in Florida, so it's kind of the Florida the dream. So if we had to kind of put some clarity to that, I mean, honestly. But anyway, I thought it was just so interesting seeing these guys going back and forth. Technically, Mersh started it, though. Technically, Mersh did kind of start it, but he was reacting to the clips of Granny kind of spazzing out on Lemmy, which we are not going to go into this evening because we're going to see some of that in the clip that we're going to show. That being said, I don't know necessarily that I'm going to take a side or a stance at this particular point. I've kind of seen some of the stuff. I have to say, when Mersh was on BYB, or excuse me, when Granny was on BYB the other night, um, what was it, Monday, and this was shortly right after his late night stream, when he kind of lost his temper, a little bit, and said some things. And then he was kind of on, like, the tour around of, like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry tour, essentially, is what it boils down to. But I mean, I got him to kind of show, his shed, like show us around the shed a little bit, because I feel like he hadn't really done that. So we kind of got to get allow. He kind of like pulled back the curtain, turned on the light, as it were. Because previous to that, he was in the dark in that shed. Nobody could kind of see what was going on. But then he said, "I shit in this cooler," and then we all went, "What's that? You shit in a cooler?" He kind of just tried to like glaze on by the fact that he shit in a cooler. Hey man, no, we're going to talk about the fact that you shit in a cooler. Well, anyway, that kind of took off like wildfire, as I understand it. As of today, he is technically put a toilet seat on a 5-gallon bucket, so he's upgraded from the cooler in the shed now to the 5-gallon bucket, which I told him, pop a little water in that thing, you know what I mean? Because a turd out of water, it always smells really bad when you have a turd out of water, and that's just the truth. Um, so we'll kind of go over the reaction, because they kind of had like more or less a battle of the clips. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know, man. Florida fights are some of the best, though, if you really think about it. And my favorite thing is anytime like somebody from Florida is like, "I'm better than you," and the other person's like, "No, I'm better than you," and like neither one of them are necessarily like killing it per se. it kind of gives everybody kind of like free reign to kind of go, oh, okay, well, what do we got going on here? And if I had to guess, at this particular juncture, Mersh has it more together than Granny. Now, that being said, Granny does have an AC in that shed, and that is impressive to say the least. He also had some lovely storage area. Anyway, I digress. Let's get into this clip. Now, I still have ads and shit, so we're gonna fight through it. And not that anybody's in here, but we'll fight through it. We'll fight through it. Long story short, I don't even know how I have this thing set up here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see how this thing is gonna let me do it. Trying out this EV Mux bullshit, seeing if I like it any better. But so far, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I thought I had this under control, but apparently not. Okay, let's take a peek. I need... Let's see. Do. I'm going to do like Kiki and go beep, beep, boop, boop. Okay, let's just see. Can we even... No. Yeah, let's... Oh my God. And what a nightmare this is. Okay, hold on one sec. We're just going to do it. Apparently, EB Mux is a little different. But that's okay. That's okay. But anyway, I guess long story short, what I'm most surprised about is the fact that with all of this, with everything going on, we get this little treasure. And I didn't see Lemmy and Granny breaking up. And I certainly didn't see, all the excitement that would come around it. But Granny said that he was the king of the state, and I gotta say that's debatable. I mean, there's a lot of like heavy hitters in regards to like the whole state of Florida. And then even when you just take it down to like who's in the Dabble/Hackverse, I mean, that's gonna be a tight race as well. If we're being honest. Okay, let's see here. Doomspaya. And I have to say, as far as like the entire state of Florida goes, I saw that Merce was trying to make it kind of like a north versus south thing, and I can see it, but I think everybody else outside of Florida, more or less, is kind of like, but it's still Florida, you know. Okay, let's see if I can get this stupid shit to work. I mean, honestly. I don't know why it's not. Do. I don't know why it's doing this for me right now. And then on top of that, A, you can't hear it, and B, it's not really sharing it. So I don't much like that. So far, my EV Mux experience, not real top notch. I'm going to be upfront with you. Not real top notch. Let's see. I would like. Oh, I think I just want to do. Nope, I don't want a little scene here. If I can get myself. Okay, I don't need all that shit. I just want to be. As I understand it now, it also happens to be, like the Tampa area seems to be quite trashy. But I gotta say, like, it's kind of like, I mean, at this particular point, like, what are we up to, honestly? Oh, sick. Look at that. So apparently with this system, it's not going to let me do what I want to do. Oh, I love that for me, and I love that for us. I love that for me, and I love that for us. We're going to stop that. Just because apparently because I'm on a Mac. I've never had an issue, but tell you what, I'm going to get out of this and get back in, but I'm going to do it on regular StreamYard. Ooh, I'm not happy about this. This is embarrassing stuff. All right. Stick with me. I'll be back and redoing this. This is incorrect and I don't